Generation 4, Sinnoh, the ultimate apex of the Pokemon franchise. When the Diamond and Pearl games were released in 2006, the world was ultimately cleansed of any filth, harm, and violence that the world had because of how amazing these games were. Everybody knows that Gen 4 Sinnoh is held up and should be held up to the highest order just because of everything that they managed to do. Going all the way from the legendaries to the region itself, today we're going to be counting down the top 5 reasons why Gen 4 is one of the best generations ever. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the list. With any Pokemon game comes a great cast of amazing and rememberable characters, and Gen 4 Sinnoh does an amazing job at that. One of my favorite things about Gen 4 Sinnoh is how they perfectly managed to give everybody enough screen time and not be overshadowed by one character. I am sitting here in my chair struggling to think of a singular character from Gen 4 Sinnoh that could even come close to overshadowing anybody else within the games. Everybody is totally equal and totally fair. And moving on to our next point, we're going to keep on the theme about characters, and we're going to talk about the best rival we've ever gotten, Barry. Where do I even start with Barry? Barry is one of the best rivals that Pokemon has ever given us, overshadowing Blue and Silver or anyone else that you may think is good. And throw him out of the way. Barry on top. Pokemon managed to create a rival that is not annoying and actually motivates you to keep on going and to beat them with no funny or silly gimmick or trick, and with an amazingly written backstory of wanting to just everybody thinks back and looks at the legendaries from Gen 4 Sinnoh and relishes in their overall creative design and amazing concept. Everybody loves Darkrai. Everybody loves the creation trio, but nobody ever talks about how we actually obtain the creation trio. I want to praise the method in which we do so, that being with the red chain. The red chain is a brilliant introduction of using the actual Pokemon, because as we all know, the red chain is acquired from using Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, the Pokemons of knowledge, emotion, and willpower. But bring all these three together and you will get a red chain that is able to summon forth the gods of creation, the very beings that created the earth, the galaxy, everything that we know. They created it. These little pixies were able to bring it together, and quite frankly, I can't think of any other way you would actually go ahead and summon these gods forth other than these little pixie dudes doing it. Now stepping away from legendaries and moving on to casual Pokemon. When it comes to Pokemon designs, everybody loves a great one. The ugly ones, they can just kind of sit in the corner and we can forget that they ever existed. But the great ones, oh boy, are the great ones forever installed within our minds, especially the ones that look different from each other, don't have a similar theme or anything like that. And there were a lot of Pokemon introduced within this generation, and it was really nice to see that a lot of the Pokemon that were introduced, or maybe came from older generations, you know, new evolutions and stuff like that, it was really nice to see that a bunch of new Pokemon and old Pokemon overall had no similar theme when it came to design. Nothing that kind of would put them together in one giant circle, you could say. Moving on to the number one reason, as everybody knows, Sinnoh is one of the most easily travelable regions within all of Pokemon. I mean, I even went ahead and made this little diagram of how easy it is to get from Jubilife all the way to Eterna City. It's a simple straight line. No complications, no caves, no forests, just simply a regular straight line. And there's totally not an annoying obstacle literally in the middle of the region to, you know, annoy us. And no silly obstacles in the way like, oh, I don't know, a bunch of silly Psyducks not moving because they just don't feel like it. The design for Sinnoh is honestly one of the best designs I've ever seen for a map in any video game franchise that has ever existed, and I think it deserves more credit. But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys want more awesome, cool, rad top 10 videos like this, please be sure to go ahead and drop a comment down below. Say what your favorite topic was of discussion. Maybe add one in on your own if you feel like there was something that I missed out. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and happy April Fools, bitches. Fuck you.